A beautiful fall day greets the competitors for this final round of the U.S. F2000 National Championship here at Road Atlanta, the 13th and final race of the season. Hi, everybody. I'm Greg Kramer, along with Calvin Fish, Sandy Heng down in the pits. We had a great race yesterday, and a champion clinched. We want to show you a crucial pass in this, even though Aaron Justice ended up finishing fourth. Now watch, there he is. He's the yellow and blue car. And Calvin, there goes Marc-Antoine Cameron. Look at the room Justice gives him.
Well, Aaron knew exactly what he had to do yesterday. He just needed to finish the race, essentially. He wasn't going to be a part of any battle there. He gives Mark plenty of room as they go down into turn one. He was just trying to find clean space on the racetrack and finish. And that's what he did, and he clinched the championship.
That's how you win a championship, knowing where you are on the racetrack. Now, down in the pits, Sandy Heng has caught up with the new champion. Sandy?
Well, yesterday I called Aaron stealth, basically because you hung out. Nobody saw you. You just slipped across the finish line and claimed the championship. It had to have been a good feeling for you.
Well, it's a good feeling now. I can't say it was during the race. You know, everybody asked me what was wrong. Why didn't you win? Well, it just wasn't necessary to win yesterday, and I wasn't going to, you know, race for the lead and make a mistake because we had to finish 17th or 16th or better, something like that, and there's just no point. So the idea was to go out, clinch the championship, and then race for a win today.
And what were you thinking when you gave Cameron all that room to manipulate there, letting one of your closest competitors around you, basically, for briefly?
Well, I didn't plan that. I, you know, saw in my mirrors that the red car was there, but, you know, I'm confident in Mark, and I don't think he'd do anything to, you know, jeopardize my championship. I don't think it'd look good for him. It wouldn't look good for me. So he challenged going into turn one, and I let it go. You know, I didn't want to race for it.
And also got to congratulate you on the record, 8 poles for the season. You tied for the record 12 career. You also tied for the record with that. Congratulations, Aaron.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a surprise. I mean, Cape Motorsports always gives us a great car, and qualifying's been, you know, our deal. We're always up front, so thrilled to death.
And you got nothing to prove today but to have a lot of fun out there, right?
That's right. Go out for a win.
Okay, back to you guys.
That's going to be a lot of fun. And Calvin, he talked about he really respects Marc-Antoine Cameron as a competitor.
Mark is a great racer. He gives it all he has, but he certainly doesn't play dirty, and he's been great throughout this season. And today really gives Aaron the opportunity to really put an exclamation point on this season. He has 5 wins. He's going for number 6 today.
Going for number 6. He's already clinched. This battle between Cameron and Lacey, Walsh a little bit too far back, but there's still some manipulating to be done there as well.
Absolutely. We're going to see some shuffling around in the top 10 today for sure.
All right, well, Ian Lacey got the win in the first round of this doubleheader, as we mentioned. He'd like to double it up, get his 3rd today. Sandy, I bet he's ready to go.
Oh, Ian is ready to go, and he's down here with me on the false grid. I know a lot of things are going through your mind right now, and you're just thinking about maybe a way to get around Aaron.
Yeah, that's right. We would like to bring home another win to the WorldBestBuy.com team today, but we still have a little chance to get second in the championship, and that's a little more important. So if Cameron has a problem at all during the race, we just need to run a race like Aaron ran yesterday, conserve some points, be able to bring back second in the championship. If not, if Cameron's right there pushing hard, then we'll go for the race win.
Okay, there's some obvious places you may want to look to pass on the chicanes. Are there any other favorite spots you have here?
This track, it's actually pretty tough to pass anywhere except for on the back straight with these cars. We carry so much cornering speed. We don't do a lot of braking up in 3 or in 5, or, you know, the twisty parts of the track. So it's all about staying with them up on the first half of the circuit so you have a chance to get by going down into the chicane off the straightaway.
If you get a window of opportunity, well, where will you try to take advantage of that?
Wherever I get the window, I guess.
Okay, guys, he's going for it.
It's going to be a great race, no question. Now, when we come back, we're going to bring you the starting lineup. We're going to show you this Road Atlanta track. And then, of course, we're going to bring you the start. And once again, with nothing to prove, Justice, Dyer, this is going to be a great race. We'll be right back.
Watch closely. This amazing titanium tip drill bit is actually moving sideways to do what no other drill bit could ever do. It's yours when you put the power of titanium in your hands with Titan Master XL, the amazing new titanium tip drill bits that are so strong they'll never wear out, guaranteed. Titan Master XL drill bits fit any drill, and their titanium tips give them the indestructible power to cut through virtually any surface. When you order your Titan Master XL drill set, you'll get 17 titanium tip drill bits of all sizes. Use them on wood, masonry, drywall, metal, you name the job, and Titan Master XL has it covered. You'll also receive the amazing Titan Master XL drill saw that turns any drill into a multi-function saw. The drill saw can be moved from side to side to turn small holes into big ones, smooth out squares and rectangles, cut straight line openings, and even sever materials in half. And you can turn your drill into a screwdriver with this Titan Master XL converter, which includes 6 flat and Phillips head screwdriver bits. Plus, you'll never have trouble finding the right size drill bit because the Titan Master XL drill set comes complete with this handy carrying case. And now, the Titan Master XL drill set can be yours for only $19.95. Call in the next 10 minutes, and we'll also include this complete set of 300 screws and fasteners of all sizes. The Titan Master XL drill set is so indestructible, it's backed by a lifetime warranty. If any of the drill bits ever break, we'll replace them absolutely free. You get 17 titanium tip drill bits, the titanium drill saw, screwdriver converter, 6 screwdriver bits, 300 screws and fasteners, and heavy-duty carrying case. That's 325 pieces in all for only $19.95. Order now.
To order your set of Titan Master XL drill bits, have your credit card ready and call toll-free 1-800-941-8200 or send check or money order for $19.95 plus $6.95 shipping and handling to Titan Master, 6960 Eastgate Boulevard, Lebanon, Tennessee, or call 1-800-941-8200.
The USF 2000 Championship on Speed Vision is brought to you by the Yokohama Tire Corporation. Turn on technology with Yokohama Tires.
Welcome back, everybody. You know, Road Atlanta is now in its 30th year of operation, and throughout those 30 years, Calvin, it has maintained the reputation as one of the country's, if not the world's, great tracks. Let's take a look.
Well, it's one of the best, Greg. It's had some changes over the years, particularly in turn 10 with the new chicane area. But as you come through turn 1, dauntingly fast, taking in 4th gear, almost wide open. You go down through the S's where the boys are right now on their pace lap. Turn 5, another critical corner, very fast. High 2nd gear there, nice short straightaway down to 6. Bank turn through there, and then you're hard on the brakes, trying to maintain momentum, but get on the power early out of 7, all the way down the long back straightaway. As Ian Lacey mentioned, getting off those slow corners is key. Not too many places to pass around this racetrack.
That keeps that chicane, the new area 9 and 10, as they call it, the beach, very, very busy. Let's take a look now at our Yokohama starting grid. On the front row, your new champion. And again, his 8th pole. That's a record, just a remarkable season. 5 wins for Aaron Justice, alongside the guy who won yesterday for his 2nd win, Ian Lacey.
On row 2, we have Marc-Antoine Cameron. He put together a phenomenal lap. He actually had a broken rear shock absorber set that time. He'll start alongside James Hansen, who's going for the Rookie of the Year championship.
In row 3, Piero Rodarte from Mexico City, another rookie. He was 3rd at IRP this season. This is a great qualifying effort for him. Also a strong qualifying effort from Dan Munoz on the outside.
On row 4, we have Memo Rujas Jr. from Mexico. He finished 6th yesterday, and a great run by Andrew Davis yesterday, coming all the way through the pack to 5th place finish.
In row 5, Harold Prima. He had a great run yesterday as well and qualified well alongside Peter Walsh, who has 2 wins this year, 5 podiums, is always fast. Problems yesterday.
On row 6, we have Ari Leyendijk Jr., son of Ari, who won the Indy 500 twice. And we also have Tom Dyer, who won the ACC championship yesterday.
And as you can see in row 7, now what's happened here, Anthony Dudek actually was involved in a technical infraction after qualifying. He's been dropped back, so that's why the starting lineup now changes a little bit. Dyer and the other driver will be alongside. Then in row 8, it's James Harrison and Sellers. They're alongside. And we take a look now at row 9. Mike Durant struggled yesterday, Calvin, and lost that ACC championship. And another gentleman, Joey Scarello.
On row 10, we have Nicky Coelho. He had a great run yesterday through the pack, and James Eaton looking for a good run here today to finish off the season.
Then in row 11, it'll be J.W. Erlin, involved in a big crash you saw in the tease earlier in the show, and Tommy Constantine.
On row 12, we have the local boy, well, actually not a local boy, but he runs with a local team, Archangel George Bourgeois, starting alongside Carl Russo.
Then in our next row, it's Tim Barber, who was carrying an onboard camera for us yesterday, and Greg Shings, another of the drivers to suffer a gravel trap here.
Nick Romes, he had a great run at Sebring last year, set fastest lap, finishing 6th. He'll start alongside Jeff Sakowitz in his 2nd race in this series.
Then in our next row, it'll be Nick Finelli driving the Finelli Motorsports machine, and Cliff Pickett, both of them rookies.
Starting on row 16, we have Billy Azzaro. Actually, he's not going to be running. He had a fire in qualifying. He'll not make the grid today. Paul Lasco should. He had a crash. He had the big rollover in turn 1. We expect him to make the field today.
So there's a look at your Yokohama starting grid. Now let's take a look at some of our onboards. Now, this gentleman is the one we mentioned from yesterday as well. Tim Barber, the rookie from San Francisco. He's starting back in 25th. He gave us some great looks yesterday in that Jim Russell machine. Now, it's almost amazing to me that this driver, J.W. Erlin, is racing after being involved in that big incident. And take a look at the steering wheel, and on that dash, you can see all kinds of readouts and displays. Really helps these guys get around the track. And then we are also going to be on board once again with the driver, the number 77 Primland Resort machine, the Frenchman, Harold Prima, who also gave us some great looks yesterday. We look for that as well today. Now, let's take a look, Calvin, at our Yokohama storylines. And basically, this is the season finale. It's a time for some people to shine.
A lot of boys want to come out. We talked to Lacey. He wants to have his 3rd win of the year. Aaron Justice would like to put an exclamation point on the season. There's some big battles still to be won, notably the Rookie of the Year Championship. Cape Motorsports Clean Sweep. They won the Triple Crown Award, actually the Oval Crown Award with Aaron. They've won the overall championship. And that man, number 21, Hansen, he's looking to claim the Rookie of the Year. His closest rival is Peter Walsh. He starts a bit further back in the pack.
That would be a remarkable achievement for a team to win all 3 of the majors, if you will. There's no question about that. Now, you mentioned Hansen. He's the guy for Cape going after it. But Peter Walsh, who's a teammate to Marc-Antoine Cameron with Key Motorsports in the green number 44, he's not going to give it up easy.
He isn't. He's been great on these opening laps. We saw it at the Glen. We saw it yesterday on the cold tires. He really seems to be able to make the move. And we saw him come from about the same good position yesterday, and he was up in the top 3 or 4 very early.
He's a fun-loving guy. He sports Bailey's sponsorship on one side, Guinness Stout on the other side of that Irish car. You'd expect nothing less, I guess, from a guy from Cork, Ireland. That seems to fit. Now, remember we mentioned Tom Dyer as we went to break. Right there, that black car. Yesterday, with Duran's problems, Dyer clinched the championship with Inter Championship for the older chassis.
And he's been great all season long, giving the A-boys some a run for their money as well. Here they come out of turn 11 down the hill. The pace car should peel off, and they'll be looking for the green.
There it goes. Now it's under control of Aaron Justice with Lacey alongside. Lacey the winner yesterday. Cameron and Lacey in that battle for second were green. Justice noses ahead. Lacey does the wise thing, tucks right in behind. They fan out big time once again, heading into a very wide yet very fast turn 1. It looked like Lacey, that outside line, is going to give him good speed up the hill.
One of the Team Mexico cars had a good run there up in the top 5, and they are really jostling there. Cameron's in 3rd. One of the Team Mexico, either Rodarte or Rojas, is currently tucked into 4th. There we see Dyer, Harrison, Brinkman, I believe. He had a great run yesterday in that Carver chassis. Got well up in the proceedings. Now we see him come down through the S's, wide open 3rd gear, down to 2nd. Quick downshift on the power early. Cold tires, got to be careful.
One of the things about the brakes on these cars is when you dab them, I mean, it'll get rid of speed in a hurry, so you've got to really be careful on your management. Look at Erlin here on board now with J.W. Erlin, and right there's that area where he had the crash yesterday, showing no effects, being very aggressive in the same area.
Whoa.
Somebody, there's an off. Somebody's off in the gravel outside of 6, Cal.
There was. It's Prima, I believe. He's got the speedster wheel spin, and he's not going to be moving. This could be a full course yellow because he's in a bit of a vulnerable spot there. The guys come down there at speeds approaching 120 miles an hour, and if someone else goes off, they're going to spare right into him.
You saw him pushing a button on the steering wheel. That's the radio button. He's obviously talking to his crew, telling them what's going on, but he is well and truly buried down there. And Lacey makes the move down inside Justice in turn 10. We have a new leader, and Ian Lacey likes what he's doing. Cameron got a good run, didn't he?
He's got a run. You pick up a big drop, particularly coming downhill. It seems to accentuate that. Watch as they come on the front straightaway. We'll see Cameron probably pop out. Justice makes a move on. Oh, and there we go. We talked about clean racing, but no holds barred here today in the final round of the championship. Cameron goes from 3rd all the way to the lead. Oh, Justice and Lacey touch wheels, I believe, and Hansen goes to the right. He's going for the lead, all the way from 4th.
Well, that'll help him in that rookie chase, no question. It almost looked like Cameron had a bit of a wiggle, too. All 3 of the leaders going into turn 1, and talk about exceeding the edge just a little bit. That is, that's unbelievable racing.
Old tires, but here comes Mark. He's back on the gas. Aaron's good off of this corner. Look at Lacey using all of the curbs. Then it's Rodarte or Rojas in 5th.
Now making that run down into turn 6, and look at Justice coming back. And huge step out from the back of Cameron's car. He saved it, but I think that concerned Justice just enough. He breathed out of it, and he sits back now in 3rd. But of concern to him has got to be the fact that now Lacey and maybe even Rodarte got a good stream going, and Walsh moving up.
He's looking to get in on this action as well. It's actually Rodarte, the 55 car, is running 5th right now. Munoz having a good run. So the 3 Key Motorsports guys all up in the pack. Munoz, Walsh, and Cameron.
Side by side, a couple of different battles going on, and that is, I think, Rodarte taking a run. Nope, the other way around. Rodarte eased in front of Lacey, and Lacey just took that away and goes back into position. Now, we've got, of course, Harold Prima was carrying an onboard camera. We've been following his progress. He had his problem over in turn 6, Calvin. This is a real-time replay. Now, this is down in the S's.
Down to second gear here. Back on the gas. A little bit of a wiggle there as he downshifted on the power. He's following Peter Walsh in the green car. He goes to the left, and he's not in his slipstream right there. There may be someone to the right. We can't see that right now. They're going to go down to second gear. Whoa! Someone smoked the tire up in front, and I think Harold may have reacted to that. He got on the brakes. Looked like the downshift, or maybe just too much rear brake bias, turned him around, got him in the gravel trap.
When you go around in these cars, it happens in a hurry. So that's the way it works. That was a look from J.W. Werlin. 2 of 20 laps complete, and James Hansen, the rookie, out front.
Inside every car's engine, friction and wear cut scratches in metal surfaces, causing compression and power loss. Restore with CSL fills these scratches and improves the seal between piston rings and cylinder walls, thereby restoring engine power and reducing oil consumption. Independent tests prove that Restore really works to increase and balance compression across all cylinders. If you have an older car or truck with a lot of miles, improve the engine performance with Restore. Satisfaction guaranteed.
The first ever visit to the rough terrain of Cyprus was the backdrop as round 10 of the FIA World Rally Championship moved to the Mediterranean. Points leader and winner of the last 2 rallies, Marcus Gronholm, never made it out of day 1 due to mechanical troubles. With Gronholm out of the running, it was up to Colin McRae to catch leader and teammate Carlos Sainz. The Spaniard's 80-second lead after the first leg shrunk to 64 seconds after day 2, but was still too much as Sainz held on to win his first rally in 2 years.
We got movement! Go, go, go! Hang on, light.
The next generation Subaru Outback comes standard with full-time all-wheel drive.
There it is! Over there!
It delivers incredible traction and control.
Oh, I see it!
So you can always be ready to face the unknown.
Did you see the size of that thing?
Yeah, they're kind of cute when they're babies.
Outback, the world's first sport utility wagon from Subaru.
Wednesdays are wild on OLN. Nothing supplies more heart-pounding thrills than the Emmy Award-winning Adventure Quest. Remote, unexplored rapids challenge these expedition kayakers. The more dangerous the conditions, the better for California's tsunami rangers. And a team battles ferocious currents in Arctic waters. Circle the globe in search of endless action and excitement. Adventure Quest on Wild Wednesdays, 8 p.m. and Sundays, 9 p.m. Only on the Outdoor Life Network.
Welcome back to Road Atlanta. Hansen leads it, but here comes Aaron Justice. Justice is on the charge, trying to get his way back to the front, got around Cameron.
And you see all of the boys getting really squirrely under braking here. It's early in the morning here at Road Atlanta. The track condition is cold, and the tires are cold, and that means it makes it really hectic for these boys behind the wheel. I mean, about lap 3 or 4, we expect these tires to come up to temperature. It's the Yokohama tire they run on the oval and the road course. We've talked about that this season. Very durable, but it's quite a hard compound. It doesn't come up to temperature very quickly.
Ian Lacey taking a look at Cameron. Cameron protects nicely. And you were talking about getting loose under braking into turn 10. Well, even though they've removed that legendary dip that comes back up, that's still a downhill braking zone, which means it's a little dicey. But we're full course yellow, Calvin.
Well, it may be for Prima. There may be another incident out on the racetrack that we haven't seen there. There you see the double yellows at start-finish. That means the whole course is under full course yellow. I believe Hansen is trying to signal to the drivers behind, slow it down. Don't rear end me. We're under caution. I'm slowing it down. There you see the beach car of Harold Prima in turn 6.
If Prima had gone further off into the gravel, they may have just let it go. But he's right on the edge of the grass, closest to as close as you can be to the track and still be in that gravel trap. That's definitely an impact area. I don't think these guys know it's yellow yet.
These guys do not, because someone went into turn 7 and locked the brakes up, and you can see Walsh here. He's duking it out. And he looks like he's trying to pass Lacey there. So Lacey knows we're under yellow.
Now he just figured it out, didn't he? He just figured it out. Now everybody's trying to now Lacey needs to get back in front of Rodarte. All right, everybody's making themselves good here right now.
There we go. So see Peter Walsh, he set the fastest lap earlier in the race, but it really doesn't mean much. They're just running 28s right now. They've run down in the 26s over the course of qualifying and practice. So still a couple of seconds off the ultimate pace, but Peter Walsh, as we said, is the man on cold tires. He set the fastest lap. He's made a good move. He's now up into the 6th position, I believe, and he started way back in 11th, so a good run already for Peter.
Well, Calvin, it's been an interesting season for Peter Walsh, and this is just indicative of what he's capable of. Yesterday he was very, very fast, and then ended up without a finish, an incident. He's very fast again today, fastest lap early in the going. As we mentioned, he's got a couple of wins. The speed is unquestioned, but his performance, not just driving wise, but generally has been erratic. He talked about that earlier this weekend.
We had a lot of engine problems, and especially at Road America, you know, you've got long straights where you need a good engine. Mosport, it was the same. We were struggling with power. You know, it was good through the corners, but just going down the straight, I was just losing a huge amount of time. So we had a bit of bad luck, and it was also a bit down to my experience as well of tracks. You know, because I had a hard time this year. I've had no testing. The only testing I've had was coming to a race weekend and sitting in the car and, you know, trying to learn a track and also trying to learn the track as well. Or sorry, learn the, you know, the skill of driving the car as well.
Well, and of course, one of the things he's talking about power, these cars are fairly lightweight, but still the power, they don't have huge engines in them. The momentum's so key, and if you have rolling friction, any kind of problem like that, it'll really kill you.
Yes, it does, and he talked about his kind of mid-season slump. I mean, he came out so strong in the doubleheader early in the year at Mosport. He won a race there. Then he mentioned at the other Mosport race he was struggling. He struggled at Road America. I mean, any slip up in the setup, any slip up in the handling of the car, any slip up in the engine department, you're suddenly going to be mired back mid-pack and really not making an impression. But as we saw, he came back at Watkins Glen, had his 2nd win of the year. He's going to struggle, I think, to get ultimately to the front today, but he doesn't give up, and we're under caution. The tires will be cold once again when we go back to green. Opportunity for him once again.
We were talking about the cold tires earlier, and we saw that one rush into turn 1 a while ago where it looked like we saw certainly Justice have a lurid moment. It looked like there were some others as well. Let's go back and watch this now. Tails away, heading up into turn 1, and everybody, this is down through 12, down the front straight. Watch this up into 1, Cal.
Well, Justice moves to the right. He's trying to pinch Cameron. Cameron ultimately gets in there, and that looked like Lacey. And here we see it from a different angle coming onto the straightaway. They all get good drafts. Aaron off of Lacey. He then looks in his mirrors, and Cameron's coming. He moves across. They nearly touch. He didn't give him the room that he said Mark has done all season long, certainly. Hansen there in 4th. He's just sort of like sitting back there. The guys all get bowled up. They lose momentum going through turn 1. Then we see Justice and Lacey sort of like touch each other almost. Overreaction there, and then Hansen slides to the right and ultimately takes the lead going into turn 3.
And you saw that big, huge slide as Cameron got that left rear up on that curb, and there's probably a little bit of moisture on the curb, some dew, and it really stepped out on him. As you see now, they've got Prima's car out of the gravel, and they're putting Prima back in, and they'll just tow him back into a safe area, and then we should be able to go green. Now, we were talking about Peter Walsh in his season. He's been incredibly quick, and Sandy, he's been fast here once again.
He has, and I'm down here with his crew chief, Ivan Turcotte. He's just talking to him on the radio. What has he been saying to you? He's worked his way up through the pack.
Well, he's happy with the car, but he knows he got lots to do right now. Still have to do better than Hansen almost. So we'll see. Until the end of the race, we can't say much.
You won't say what he's telling you on the radio. How is the car working for him?
Sorry?
How is the car working for him? How is it handling?
Far, really good. Peter is really good in cold tires, so he's happy with the car so far. And we'll see.
Okay, thanks, Ivan. That's Peter Walsh's crew chief.
Thanks very much, Sandy. Of course, he runs for Key Tours and Key Motorsports. It's a class organization. They put together a fund. They sponsored a bunch of workers from Quebec, French Quebec, Canada, to go to the United States Grand Prix to get those workers there. That's a great team with a great philosophy on racing. We'll be right back.
Guys hate shopping, right? Well, let me tell you, big guys hate it even more. Department stores? In my size? Then I found the king size catalog. It's free. They've got a terrific selection of clothing at great prices. And the best part, every item is designed just for big guys, tall guys, or big and tall guys. It's just a phone call away. Or I can browse their website. Everything I need. Underwear to outerwear. No more tight waists or naked wrists. No more, I'm sorry, we don't have that in your size. And King Size offers brand names. The latest styles and colors for every season. Outstanding casual clothes. Sharp-looking work clothes. Even shoes that really fit.
If you're a big or tall guy, call for your free catalog. Or jump on our website. King Size. Your size.
Hey, please don't tell my wife, but I kind of like shopping now.
No matter what your business, you can use labor-ready temporary labor. Get some help. Call 1-800-24-LABOR.
Hi, this is Juan Montoya and you're watching Speed Vision.
Peace of mind. That's what Goodyear tires are all about. And no matter what kind of tires you have, Goodyear reminds you to check your air pressure once a month and always drive safely.
Tonight, get the Rockingham review. Then it's Star Mazda action from Atlanta. And catch the encore presentation of the Malaysian Grand Prix. That's NASCAR Inside Winston Cup Racing at 7 Eastern. Star Mazda Series at 8 and F1 Malaysian Grand Prix at 8:30.
Welcome back to Road Atlanta, where we're a quarter of the way through the last race of the season. There's some serious fans cheering on Piero Rodarte and love their racing in Mexico as well. Field under control of the pace car, but we're looking for a green flag this time by on board there with J.W. Erlin. And he's working and weaving back and forth. Now, right in front of him is the number 23 entry. That's the Van Diemen of young Brian Sellers, a rookie, comes out of Centerville, Ohio. Had a great run yesterday and then involved in an incident. Wasn't his fault, ended up out of the race. This guy, has a young Sellers, has some serious future to him.
He really does. He's had 5 wins this year, I believe, in the Barber National Dodge Championship, and he's really a man of the future. Young guy, spoke to him, very well educated, speaks very well, and really loves his racing. I watched him in testing earlier this week, and he was really pushing the car hard, learning where the limits were, but had a great run going yesterday.
Well, Sandy, they're coming down to green, and Brian Sellers, this is another part of that learning curve.
Yes, it is. Actually, I was just talking to his team engineer at the very beginning of the race. They thought that they had a little bit of a miss. They straightened it out, and it seems to be running more smoothly for him now as they take the green.
And he absolutely, that's part of the deal, and he's dealt with it very nicely, staying up in the top 20. Meanwhile, we are green, field Stroud, and there's an off.
That's Rodarte.
Oh, Piero Rodarte.
His rear under tray is definitely loose. Even if he gets refired up, that rear under tray is broken. I saw it flopping around there as he bounced across the grass. So, again,
he's hung up.
Tires, yeah.
That one, the left rear wheel spinning over there, Cal.
Had a great run going. Finished on the podium. IRP really finishing the season off strong. Qualified well for both races. Dropout had some problems yesterday, but certainly at the sharp end of the field every race in the last 3.
Let's go back and take a look at what may have happened as we watch. That's Tom Dyer continuing to march up through or trying to march up through the back, getting the doors slammed unceremoniously. Now watch this. Rodarte, one of those white cars right there. Boy, he just speared off, it looked like.
Yeah, we caught it late. He's already turned himself around, so I don't know whether he got nudged or cold tires caught him out. He's a young kid. We don't know if he's 16 or 18, depending on which day you ask. But, looking at the license in there, but he really has done a great job. Now we see Lacey making a move on Mark, coming down. We could see some lock up here under braking.
Oh, squirrely. That's what you were talking about.
Got a little bit too much rear bias in the car, but that's good. He did a good, clean move. Mark's not close enough to really retaliate. And up front, we've got the 2 Cape boys. Hansen in the lead, looking for his first win of the year. Aaron Justice looking for win number 6.
Looked like Mark Maya had a shot at a repass, and then the car stepped out on him on throttle coming out of that chicane. And, boy, just that little bit of a step like that, that kills your momentum. Now, here, look, this is a 6 spot. That's number 15, Memo Rojas. Then Dan Munoz, Andrew Davis, the local driver, doing such a great job, and Ari Lyondike Jr.
Saw his dad in the pits yesterday. I'm not sure if he's here today, but he's looked quick on occasion, sometimes a little erratic, but he is going to be definitely quick for next year if he comes back. They're hoping to put together a full season program. Once again, he's under the auspices of Dan Campbell, who's won the championship with Steve Knapp and has run Sports 2000, Ford 2000 cars for longer than I care to remember. He ran them back when I was racing in this category. So a great guy, a lot of wisdom there behind Ari Lyondike Jr.
He's the 4th car in this train, and it's kind of neat too. A little step back in time. You look at that helmet, and he runs the very similar pattern to his dad's helmet, and alongside that that car, it says Provimi, which is just like the old Super V days.
Absolutely, long-time sponsor of the Lion Dykes. And Andrew Davis having a great run. He's actually a student at the University of Georgia. On Wednesday, I believe it was, he was testing here at around 6 o'clock. He had a test at 7 o'clock in Athens, about a 40-minute drive. He was jumping in his car, went over there, and I understand he got an A in the test, so he can obviously do it on both on the track and off.
I guess so. We're full course yellow, undoubtedly for the incident with Piero Rodarte over in turn 1. And good news for James Hansen, because Aaron Justice was taking a serious run at him. And I think James might be going, okay, this yellow's not a terrible thing here. Let's go back on board here with J.W. Erland, of course, now up and underneath the bridge, sweeping down. This is turn 12. And this is a seriously intense corner as well, folks. Flat out, hang on, and go after it. 8 of 20 laps done now as the season winding to a close. Hansen, Justice, Lacey, Cameron, and Walsh.
Here, scratches there. Watch out, they're everywhere. You'd have to pay a professional hundreds of dollars to repair this damage, right? Not anymore. Now you can make scratches disappear without spending a dime. Introducing CBX 3000, the professional secret that makes scratches disappear in just seconds. Stay tuned and you'll find out how you can get this revolutionary new scratch remover absolutely free. We're giving the first 1,000 callers a chance to get CBX 3000 absolutely free just for filling out a simple survey to help us launch CBX 3000 in our retail stores. CBX 3000 bonds with your car's finish to remove marks and scratches and restore your car's showroom finish. Watch how it works. Just rub CBX 3000 into the scratch, buff it, and the scratch is gone. The secret's in this new revolutionary formula. CBX 3000 is made up of a superfine crystalline matrix that bonds with the surface of the paint to eliminate scratches, swirl marks, water spots, even road tar and paint. Watch what happens when we key this new car's surface. Would you do that? But right now with CBX 3000, just buff it on and the scratch is gone. And CBX 3000 works on all color cars and all kinds of finishes. And here's the best part. Call right now and you can get CBX 3000 absolutely free. When you receive your CBX 3000, you'll be asked to fill out a simple survey form. And you'll receive a free bottle of this revolutionary new scratch remover just for participating. You'll get CBX 3000. And as a special bonus for ordering today, you'll receive a free 30-day trial membership in America's Advantage Discount Buying Club, guaranteeing you the lowest prices in the country on more than 250,000 products and services. Pick up the phone and be one of the first 1,000 callers to get your free CBX 3000 today.
I just saved $250, and best of all, it's free.
To get your free CBX 3000, have your credit card ready. All you'll pay is $4.95 shipping and handling, and call the number on your screen. You'll get your free CBX 3000, plus your 30-day free trial membership in the America's Advantage Discount Buying Club. Sorry, no CODs or personal checks. Don't delay. Call and get your CBX 3000 scratch remover today.
All roads lead to Speed Vision, and Saturday night the Speed Vision GT and Touring Car Championships heats up when Porsches, Benz, BMWs, and Audis race at Laguna Seca. For all the bumper-to-bumper action, coverage begins Saturday night, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Be there.
Welcome back to Road Atlanta. We continue under yellow, but we think we might be going green next time by. We'll certainly keep you appraised of that. On board there momentarily with J.W. Erland. There's a look at your leader, James Hansen, and he's a rookie, leads England. And he's quite a character. For one, he's also a very quick driver. And, of course, he comes over from Europe. And he did a little bit of comparing between racing these cars in Europe and over here.
In Europe, the cars are a little bit different. The tyres are a little softer. That's the biggest difference. Over here, a little bit harder. This morning caught a few people out, but in the cold weather. On the ovals, that's a completely different ball game to what I'm used to. So we've been learning a little bit there, and we struggled last weekend at IRP a little bit, but we're back on a road course, somewhere where we know, so it's good.
Tell us if you're going to come back next year and how you'd like to progress from here with your career. I mean, you're looking at going back to Macau and running over there, certainly at the end of this season. Would you like to come back and go for the championship next year with Cape?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Next year is looking pretty good that we could be back here. There's another couple of options that are over here. There's one over here and one in the UK, but this is my first choice to come and do this series again, so hopefully we'll be back here again, but it all depends on money.
As does everything, it seems.
Imagine
in motorsport, yeah. You know, you'd think with this cool morning run here, and you've been talking about the tires being cold and everything, that should fit right in, because I think you mentioned sometime this weekend it's always cold in England. So.
Well, if he was in Leeds right now this temperature, he'd be on the beach with his sandals on.
So he may have a little bit of a somewhat home field advantage here. Let's check in quickly with Sandy.
Cape. Dominic, you've got to be excited at the kind of run that he's put together yesterday and again today.
Yeah, they've been doing pretty good. The pair of them have ran good races yesterday. Aaron clinched the championship. James got 2 points out of Rookie of the Year, and we're trying to get Rookie of the Year for James now, and I think they're both going for a win. There's no team orders. It's just run what you brung.
And how do these guys handle this rivalry?
Pretty good. Good drivers. You know, it's difficult when you've got two guys on the same team and they both, you know, trying to win races and they're both competitive, but they've been a pretty good year. They both work well together.
Okay, Dominic Cape, I know you're interested to get back watching the race because we're going green again.
All right, Sandy, yeah, we are definitely green, and quickly, Hansen opens up a couple of car length margin over Justice, who's got Lacey all over the rear wing. The rest of the pack swarming down through the S's here. Awful lot of times you see advertisements from racetracks or whatever, you know, teams. Oh, and look at that, Lacey made the move on Justice and sneaks underneath. What would I say?
Comes back.
Look at that counter move.
Beautiful.
Oh, big
Sideways
slide
by Lacey.
by
Up on the
Lacey.
curb. Cameron should have a run here on Lacey. Lacey will have lost critical momentum coming off of turn 7, and Walsh there in the background.
And there is Cameron.
There we see it.
That's almost touching again, yeah.
He does that Greg Hill bump draft going down the back straightaway, and it was working. Look at him. He's pushing Lacey past Aaron Justice. Right now they're not touching. Justice drops to 4th.
Now Cameron goes to the outside. Lacey driving a protective line could slow him up. Lockup from Cameron. And here comes Walsh. He's joined this troop as well. Everybody pretty clean that time out of the chicane. Although it looked like Justice got a little bit better bite than Cameron did. Watch for this now.
There we go. This is where he popped out earlier in the race and took the tried to take the lead from Lacey. He's going to look at it from Mark. Mark gives him room once again. Justice goes to the inside. Big crash. Constantine. And there's 83. I think there's Gromes as well. So problems on course.
I believe that's out on the exit of 7 somewhere up the straight. An unusual place for contact. So somebody may have moved across, or maybe got somebody moved across on them and they had to adjust and there was contact. But
like
this one certainly is going to bring out another full course.
Yeah, it looked like someone may have spun.
Oh, it's another car
involved.
Is that
may be Eaton possibly. Or
looks like it. It's the number 13.
Yep. And Eaton actually had a stop and go penalty for jumping the start earlier, so he was a bit further back in the pack than he should have been, but trying to make a move. That's 2 Primus cars. They have had a disastrous season. I think they'll be the first to admit that. Azero's not in the race, and then we see 2 of their other cars out. They're left with Tim Barber, but not the sort of performance this year that we expect from that team.
There's a real-time replay of the incident here.
There's Constantine sitting in the middle of the track, and we expect someone to come around and nail him at any moment. There it is. There's Eaton, and there's Gromus.
Well, you get unsighted, you're right behind somebody, and I mean, you sit low enough that you're right behind, you got that wing in your face, you just can't see. And on that section of track, I mean, there was a yellow out, but you're still going, okay, where is it? You're right behind somebody, and then he moves. There's nothing you can do.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a shame, and these boys are just learning the trade. I mean, Tommy's had a rough year. He's put in some great performances. He had a great run at IRP, in fact, up into the top 10, and James Eaton looked strong early. I think he lost a little bit of his confidence, but he's a good young driver. If he has the opportunity to come back, I expect him to be a force next year in the championship.
And coming out of the chicane there, up and underneath the bridge, there was a car, it looked like dead stick, just parked in the lane. Somebody having some other problems there as well. So lots of developments here at Road Atlanta as we now move into the second half of this season finale. There is Constantine and Grumus, I believe, have made their way out of the cars, and they've got a long walk back toward the pits. They may just hang and watch the racing here at Road Atlanta. Meanwhile, with 12 of 20 laps done, Hansen, he might just be liking all these yellows. It's helping Rookie of the Year because Walsh is 5th.
The family computer. It's hard to imagine a day without it, which is why more people are putting their trust in Dell, the company awarded for best PC reliability and service 7 years in a row.
Computer free.
When you order a Dell Dimension desktop with an Intel Pentium 3 processor for $899,
I guess I'll go wash the windows.
Dell provides you with online training. And of course, you'll also get Dell's lifetime 24/7 phone and online support. If you should need more help in your first year of ownership, Dell will even send a repair technician to your home. Dell service and support helps you get the most out of your PC. That is, when you can get on it. 1 year of AOL membership included with the purchase of a new Dell home system. So call now to own a complete Dell Dimension system with an Intel Pentium 3 processor and everything you see here for only $899. So order 2, then you're sure to get some time online.
There's a company that wants to approve you for a new Visa card. Whether it's Visa Classic to build or rebuild your credit, the prestige of Visa Gold with an even higher credit line, or the purchasing power of Visa Platinum, the only card you'll ever need. The company is Providian, one of the top issuers of Visa cards in the world with over 14 million customers. Whether it's Classic, Gold, or Platinum, call now and apply right over the phone. Providian will work hard to give you the card that's right for you. Visa from Providian. We approve.
Meet the 64 Dodge Dart. The new kind of compact in the large economy size. Get behind the wheel of this one. Here's the compact you've been looking for. Family-sized room. Power to spare. Rugged. Good-looking as they come. Dodge Dart, the family-sized compact at the little compact price.
You gotta meet up with a dependable smooth up. With a dependable smooth up. With a dependables built by Dodge. Oh, boy!
64 Dodge Dart, the new kind of compact in the large economy size.
Welcome back to Road Atlanta, where we remain under a full course caution, and there's the primary reason. 3 cars parked on the track at the exit, again, of Turn 7. And, you know, there's a lot of news that unfolds from a weekend of racing. You may not be able to catch it all live, but you can always catch it Sunday night on Speed Vision News Race Week. Get your latest information Sundays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 8:30 p.m. Pacific Time. It's Speed Vision News Race Week, your source for all things racing. At the end of the weekend, Sunday evening. Let's take a look now at our top 10, as we have now completed working 13 of our 20 laps. 12 are complete. Hansen in the Rookie of the Year chase, that's huge. Lacey, Cameron, Justice, boy, that's a great seesaw battle. Peter Walsh there in 5th, and there's the rest of your top 10. And look who's back in the top 10, Arnold Brinkman.
Inside every car's engine, friction and wear cut scratches in metal surfaces, causing compression and power loss. Restore with CSL fills these scratches and improves the seal between piston rings and cylinder walls, thereby restoring engine power and reducing oil consumption. Independent tests prove that Restore really works to increase and balance compression across all cylinders. If you have an older car or truck with a lot of miles, improve the engine performance with Restore. Satisfaction guaranteed.
You keep an eye on the websites your kids are looking at. You make sure your wife's cell phone battery is fully charged. And you haven't missed a day of work in 12 years. So it comes as no surprise that your auto parts are AC Delco. When the right way is the only way. AC Delco Automotive Parts.
He's been voted the most powerful on-air personality in sports. He's larger than life. He sparked a passion taking the country by storm. And the Sporting News says he's generated more buzz than Oprah Winfrey and Larry King. He's arguably the hippest, freshest, funniest sports talker working today.
You're underpaid. There's no question about that.
That is some serious smack. Jim Rome, The Last Word. Weeknights at 6:30 and 11:30 on Fox Sports Net. Welcome to the jungle.
Monday nights, lock on to Speed Vision's NASCAR Inside Winston Cup Racing with all the action.
You get in that group, and it's just, you're tense all the time.
And insights.
The cars are running real good, I know that.
Monday nights at 7 Eastern, 8 Pacific, every week on Speed Vision.
Welcome back to Road Atlanta for this season finale, the 13th round of the US F2000 National Championship. Been watching Aaron Justice, and there may be some sort of a problem unfolding there. He's got something dragging from the back of the car.
It's over on the left rear side of the car, and I don't know whether it's a piece of the underwing come loose or whether it's someone else's car. But there's definitely some fiberglass dragging from the left rear. We can't see it from this angle, but as he sweeps around, and they're going to be going green, but they're going to be looking carefully at that to see if they need to bring him in and discard that piece. And pace car lights are out. We're going to be going green here, Greg.
It's certainly of concern. There's no question of that. It's dragging, and if it drops off, it could be an issue. Let's see. There it is. You get a good look at it. we're a little perplexed as to just what that might be. They're down the hill, and they're green, and look at Hansen. He went right down to the inside to protect. That allowed Lacey to take a run around the outside. Lacey, this has worked for Lacey before as he gets good exit speed. Takes her camera and is off.
Spears off the track. Cold tires once again. We saw Aaron to the inside. I didn't see any touch, but he goes off. Look at Lyndike. He's way up there.
He had a great restart. Lyndike
6.
Yeah.
And Davis in 7th. Brinkman 8. This is good stuff. We're down in the S's now. Down to second gear for turn 5. Hansen in the lead. And certainly just as his car seems to be handling okay, so I'm not sure if that's part of his car that really makes a difference, but maybe something from the side plate on the engine there. I'm not quite sure. It doesn't look familiar to me, the piece. I'm not sure if it's still there either.
Yeah, I mean, at first we were wondering if it was debris that got stuck, but it looks attached in
Dyer on the inside. Turn 7 goes down the inside of Dudek. I believe it's Harrison coming through now. He's going to get a good run onto that back straightaway. Those boys are battling out. Here we see Lyndike get in the draw. Pops out early on Munoz. He's going to be driver's right. He didn't really get enough of a slipstream, so he's not going to be in the ideal position to really be in the line for the corner as they head down to turn 10. They should be side by side.
They are still side by side. Let's watch this. Lyndike. Here comes Davis. Davis, a huge move.
Beautiful.
And makes it work. Surprised everybody. And Andrew Davis just leapfrogged up a couple of spots. And now Lyndike. He's going to now try and complete the pass.
And Davis sliding down really cost Munoz momentum coming off of 10, and Ari got a bit better jump on the gas pedal, made the move under the bridge, and there we see Brinkman right in the thick of things again. Munoz darts to the inside, not close enough.
Now, we were talking about the problems that maybe befalling Aaron Justice here. Sandy, any information on that piece?
Well, I was just talking to Nicholas Cape. He says it's a diffuser vane. It's secure. It's not a problem. It's not going anywhere. He's good to go.
Well, it's not going anywhere, but you wonder just what it might be doing to affect the downforce on that car. Well, it doesn't seem to be hurting it too much.
No, it doesn't. Aaron's running a good pace, but the Cape boys really do a lot of work. They do a lot of tweaks on their cars. They've got some different little pieces on the underwing, some little side vanes on the side pods, increases the downforce, really critical around Road Atlanta.
There's a good look at Dan Munoz in that Texaco Hamilton. Oh, and Nicky Coelho, a substantial off.
That's too bad. I mean, he's a 4-time WKA karting champion, and he's actually got Jeff Braun engineering that car this weekend for Augie Paps Racing. Nicky actually runs Jeff's son, Colin, in go-kart, so it's really a bit of a payback. Great engineer. He'd had a good run yesterday, looking good today, but severe damage to the front end, and that may be in an awkward spot. We really can't get a rhythm of this race. A lot of cautions today, Greg.
Yeah, it's an unusual place for a car to go off as well, so you wonder what happened. It may have been one of those hook slide deals where it just shot to the unusual side of the track. Meanwhile, there's Aaron Justice. There's that chunk of diffuser. And, oh, yeah, now you can see it. It was just that the top of the diffuser on the left rear side of the car hooked and bent back. So that's where we sit. Quick look from J.W. Earl, and we'll be back for the finish.
Guys hate shopping, right? Well, let me tell you, big guys hate it even more. Department stores? In my size? Then I found the king size catalog. It's free. They've got a terrific selection of clothing at great prices. And the best part, every item is designed just for big guys, tall guys, or big and tall guys. It's just a phone call away. Or I can browse their website. Everything I need. Underwear to outerwear. No more tight waists or naked wrists. No more, I'm sorry, we don't have that in your size. And king size offers brand names. The latest styles and colors for every season. Outstanding casual clothes. Sharp-looking work clothes. Even shoes that really fit.
If you're a big or tall guy, call for your free catalog. Or jump on our website. King size. Your size.
Hey, please don't tell my wife, but I kind of like shopping now.
Tonight, get the Rockingham reviews. Then it's Star Mazda action from Atlanta. And catch the encore presentation of the Malaysian Grand Prix. That's NASCAR Inside Winston Cup Racing at 7 Eastern. Star Mazda Series at 8. And F1 Malaysian Grand Prix at 8:30.
Make your move, Tony. Got it, Joe. You know, at times like these, I'm glad I'm driving the wide track Grand Prix. With handling like this and this, I can really turn a race around. On the way to the winner's circle, wider is better. The wide track Grand Prix by Pontiac.
Welcome back to Road Atlanta. Well, there's the gap from 3rd to 4th. The lead 3 have sort of broken clear at this point. Memo Rojas sits in 4th. The very impressive Andrew Davis with that double pass, now up to 6th. To 5th now. Then Leyendyk. Then Arnold Brinkman has worked his way up to 7th. Another great drive. Has done a superb effort. Now look back a little. Look at the second car in line here. That is Walsh. He has slipped back. He was actually 12th after that last lap on the restart. He's now back up to 10th, but that has tremendous implications on Rookie of the Year.
Well, Hansen's out front, so if he wins this race, I think he will clinch Rookie of the Year. There was only 2 points in it. It gets a little complicated with the drops to come into effect, but I think if Hansen wins, that should assure him of the Rookie of the Year. So Peter now has a lot of work to do. It looks like it could be all over, but if Hansen has any problems, Walsh is in the points, that may be enough.
That car right there, that rear wing we just were looking at, is very askew. And look at Walsh now. He's trying an inside thread-the-needle pass going around Dyer, executed it to absolute precision. Walsh doing a superb job of coming back through the pack.
Oh, he got chopped there.
But Sandy, what was the problem? Why did Walsh fall back?
Well, he just spun, according to Ivan Turcotte, and now he's just working his way back up. It was one of those moments, as you might want to say, but just he got a little out of it.
Sandy, we got to jump in here. We've had a big incident on the outside of 1 cal. A wheel has come off and sent a driver flying.
That's Brinkman there, I believe. He was in the battle with Munoz and Leyendyk. They all got really tight as they went into turn 1. I'm not sure if the wheel broke initially or whether he went off the course, but big spin. Here we see the leaders. Hansen going through turn 6, followed by Lacey, followed by Justice. A Cape Sandwich here got going on there. The bread, and Lacey's the meat.
Well, Lacey obviously would like to get that 4th win, but Hansen, he's had 3 second-place finishes. He's been a bridesmaid all season long. He wants this win. They've all come on road courses, which he admits, as we heard earlier, he loves the road courses. He's just got to hang on for a few more corners here. There's Lacey. There's Justice. Those 3 are well clear of Rojas, Davis, and the rest of the pack. Last time down into turn 10. The beach straight ahead, but he negotiates the corner nicely. Walsh taking a run at Lacey here. They'd love to go 1-2 in the finish and sweep the top 2 steps of the podium, and that battling is allowing Hansen, the rookie from Leeds, England, to draw clear out of the last turn. He is going to get the win. He might get the championship for Rookie of the Year.
He will get the championship. What a way to finish the season. Great run by Jimmy Hansen, another great run by Lacey, and got to hand it to Aaron Justice. I'm sure the car wasn't perfect there at the end, but he brought it home for a podium finish.
Down the hill, here comes Dyer with Leyendyk as they come by. And Walsh, you see Walsh in front there. He moved up to 8th in that last couple of laps. There is Cameron, and that's a huge story with that off that he had. So some problems there. But, wow, what an intense race. And by the way, Hansen is the 5th different winner in 2000. So there's lots of talent here. Let's go down real quick to Sandy Hang, who's got a very happy crew chief.
Well, Nicholas Cape, what a great weekend for Cape Motorsports.
I'm so proud of those boys out there. A long overdue victory for James. I'm stuck for words. I'm just going to blow any minute, sorry.
It is a little overwhelming. He's had a tough weekend. You may remember yesterday he had to start at the back of the pack, worked his way up, and now he claims the checkered flag.
Well, you know, he not only got the win in Rookie of the Year, we think, and we're going to check this out. Cameron ended up 14th. That's an 18-point swing. Lacey may have stumbled into 2nd place in the championship with that as well, with Lacey's 2nd place finish. So lots of developments. But, boy, Nicholas Cape, emotional. This is a big, big thing.
Oh, there's going to be some celebrating at the banquet tonight, Greg. I know you're emceeing. That's going to be a lot of fun. We wish that we could be there. We're going to be doing the 10-hour race here a little bit later today. But we talk about our storylines. We talk about time to shine. Certainly Jimmy Hansen did that today in the Cape clean sweep. That was in effect as well, and he's going to be a happy boy, and he's just done a great job. He's a rookie. He's learning the tracks. Arnold Brinkman there went off in turn 1. He's one of the most improved drivers we've seen this year, Greg, and running the Carber chassis. Had a great run going in both races, and I'm not sure what happened there in turn 1. There we see with the car with the left wheel missing.
Actually, let's go back and let's take a look, see if we can figure it out, because couldn't have happened at a worse time. He had a great run. Now watch this.
You see Leyendyk and Munoz battling it out. We're going to focus here on Brinkman. I don't think he gets tagged. He's through the corner clean, and then suddenly the wheel lets go. The stub axle broke there, Greg, because when we saw the car sitting still, there wasn't any pegs on it. So The stub axle must have let go of the left rear, and that's pretty critical through turn one, don't you think?
Yeah, relatively high-speed section to track, and when you a wheel parts company with you, things happen. And right there, here is your winner from Leeds, England, an elated James Hansen, doing some serious and well-deserved celebrating down in Victory Circle. Congratulations all around to the crew. Indeed, what a stunning weekend for this team. And we'll meet James when we come back.
The Outback has finally come to town. Introducing the Subaru Outback Sedan. A completely new kind of car that combines the rugged traction and control of full-time all-wheel drive with a decidedly uptown look.
My kind of town.
Outback Sedan, yet another first from Subaru.
Brace yourself for the dawn of the undead as the Lost Drive-In goes ghoulish in October.
Something's wrong here.
Every Saturday night, try to live through one petrifying Lost Drive-In after another as Speed Vision carries you off to the dark side.
Looks like a nightmare factory.
What the hell's going on around here anyway?
There's no place to run. There's no place to hide.
No, I promise you I won't go out.
So grab a friend and get ready to scream. Next Saturday night, it's The Car, 11 Eastern, 12 Pacific.
The USF 2000 Championship on Speed Vision is brought to you by the Yokohama Tire Corporation. Turn on technology with Yokohama Tires.
Back to Road Atlanta. Things are happening in Victory Circle, and Sandy, he's 3 times the bridesmaid. He got the win.
Finally, James Hansen claimed a victory, and we knew it was coming all season, and now it's finally arrived. It's got to be a good moment for you.
Yeah, I'm just really pleased. The team did a really good job, and thankfully we managed to get a victory before the end of the season. It took us to the last race. We've been up there most of the season, struggled a little bit on the ovals, but we came back here, and today for once the safety car helped us, as we were pretty good on cold tyres. Got a little bit worried when Ian was in my mirrors at the last restart, but we managed to get a gap on the first lap and just managed to control it from there.
Did that experience in cold tires in Europe help you?
Well, this is like a summer's day at 9 o'clock in the morning in England, so yeah, I think so. But the team did an awesome job. Cape Motorsport, everyone that's helped me this year, I'd just like to say thanks to them because it's a brilliant finish to a brilliant year.
Okay, congratulations. Back to you guys.
So, Calvin, you're still claiming he's got sandals on than any other time here in this weather.
Tell you what's nice, he's got his mother and father over here for the first time this year. That's great stuff for them.
That's wonderful. Let's take a look at our unofficial top 10. You see Hansen, Lacey, Justice, Rojas, Davis, that double pass, a great finish. Lyndike up to 6. There's the potential. Munoz, Walsh struggling. That hurt Harrison and Dyer. Let's go back down. Sandy, you're going to be busy.
Oh, real busy here because I've got Ian Lacey, who had a phenomenal race. Good race, good race.
Yeah, that was an awesome battle out there. We got in the lead early on in the race, but we all went 3 wide into 1. I got caught out on the outside, so just battling back the whole time. And unfortunately, the yellows hurt me. Unlike yesterday, the Hansen and his hot rod were just really quick after the yellows, and we were kind of better on the extended runs as we worked out where the grip was on the track. But more importantly, we clinched second in the championship for WorldBestBuy.com and the Richard Morgan Racing team. So we're really happy. Last year, Richard Morgan finished 3rd, and the year before they're 4th. So hopefully next year they're going to be on top.
Well, congratulations. We can't end the segment without talking to Aaron Justice, the champion. You did well today, and you finished the season on a really tremendous note.
Yeah, I mean, congrats to my teammate, James Hansen. It's good for him to get a win in here at the end of the year. And, you know, I would have liked to have won, but it just wasn't in the cards. And we were just racing, you know, pretty much probably one of the best races of the year, going 3 wide into 1, like Ian just said. And it was great.
Great race by Aaron Justice, and thanks, Aaron. We've got to talk to Tom Dyer real quickly, clinching the ACC deal. Good job.
Thank you. Oh, it was a great year. You know, we finished the way we started it, and just like to give a thanks out to my crew, John Walco, Gene Richardson, my dad, Max Toy over at Paladin, and everybody who made this possible, Brian at Carver Race Cars. It was great. Thank you.
Thanks, and Tom's proof that consistency does pay off.
Very much so, and also he had 6 wins, including today now, in that ACC category. So certainly some speed. And Calvin, you talked about it. He moves up into one of the overall championship cars. He's going to be a player. Here's our unofficial results. We've talked about the top 10. There's Dyer with another win, and that gives him even more of a margin in that championship. But Calvin, your thoughts about the season? We talked 5 different winners, classic for a USF 2000 action.
We always expect great things from this series, and this year the guys didn't disappoint. I mean, today was just a classic fantastic. I mean, side by side, as Aaron said. And I mean, Aaron has been the man, and but there's so many other players in this series. Lacey's been great. Cameron is always there year in, year out. We saw Hansen come through this year, claim the Rookie of the Year championship, and get his first win. Just brilliant, brilliant stuff. Congratulations to Aaron Justice, though, on winning the overall championship. Great season.
I think very satisfying for Aaron. Last year, his season, he was always fast, but financial problems kept him out of a full season deal. He stepped back, regrouped, got some great help from Jerry Forsythe, and put together a championship season. It doesn't get any better than that. So, indeed, congratulations to Aaron Justice. Here's a look at Andrew Davis. Look at that double pass at his home track. He knows where the grip is, and he made it work. We've seen that action all season long. We look forward to seeing more of it in the future as the US F2000 National Championship, proudly presented by Speed Vision, is going to be a player in the advancement of young racers' careers for a long, long time to come. That's the look at an owner's championship. Congratulations to everybody. For Sandy Eng and Calvin Fish, I'm Greg Kramer. See you next year.